Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Rivas. Vice Mayor McCurvey.
Well, you know, I'll start below the line. I've said this before, you know, the loud, angry voices don't control the city, and the performances by the groups that continue to show up, no matter what the issue is, to be seeking division and spreading misinformation, everyone sees it. Don't claim to be inclusive if you don't want to have a real conversation and have a constructive conversation. All I hear is negativity, calls for recalls, and all those things. It's really destructive, and when you're seeking division like that, it's not helping the public conversation. I really enjoy talking to Emron about things that we could do for the community that are about unity. We've you know, becoming friends talking about this idea of having a reenactment and talking about history. We're going to be putting something in the park that's going to represent real history. And it's going to be a national landmark. And these same folks that come in and berate us for no reason, claim it's a vanity, they smear and slur. And, you know, I think that's bad for the decorum of the body, but at the end of the day, I think some of the things that were said were really good, but you really got to dial it back. I mean, let's live in reality and stop getting into this internet political realm, because it's just not productive. I would want to say that I really appreciate Stephanie and Hernandez and this opportunity that we had to help them, because they wouldn't even have their project done if we weren't helping them. They were going to give up because our city treated them so poorly. But now we're regrouping on that and we're fixing that. And we appreciate you coming out here and saying thank you. We appreciate your engagement, because that's a real issue. And we want to make sure that we solve those issues. And it's not a personal issue. We want to try to solve as many issues as we can. The issues that we're facing financially, it's a great conversation, because there are some underlying issues with our budget, and very simply, we have to point those out because everyone's talking about money. But if 20% of our budget is going to pay the pensions, it puts a lot of pressure on this organization on what we can do moving forward. And so we're always looking at ways to have the right conversation with full transparency, despite all the conspiracy theories we continue to hear at Porterville Last on the internet and all those areas, because they're nonsense. I've tried to reach out to these radicals in the Pecan network several times, and they don't want to talk to me. They're afraid to talk to me because I have the facts, I have the reason, I have the logic, and I have the evidence to debate any one of you, anywhere, anytime. And if you want to call for a recall, you want to have a debate, bring it. You're just performance art here. And stop taking things so personally. You claim to be pushing love and inclusivity, but yet all you bring is negativity. You're not bringing anything positive or constructive. Now, on the refuse issue, the underlying premise of that is the fleet. And we have to analyze that, because the state of California is going to tell us to keep this as a local fleet, that we have to buy electric trash trucks. And it might mean that we have to double the size of the fleet, and we have to purchase all new equipment to do that job. And that's going to wreak havoc on the rates. And so we have to analyze that, because the state is demanding that we do that. But I have been through a lot of reorganizations, as Stan has said, and I've seen some ugly things, and I've seen some real positive things too. So don't go in it too closed-minded. I know that this council will, if we decided that we wanted to go in a new direction, we would protect everybody's job. It happens all around you, all the time. Read the newspaper. People go through these organizational changes. It's not against the people that work here. It's trying to figure out what's best for the city. And I appreciate you guys coming in and giving that. I'll come and ride along with you. I'd like to take a look. I mean, it's important that we're close to the men and women that we live and work with, and make sure we're making the right decision. But there's a big decision coming, and when we analyze this, we'll make that decision together. To think it's a conspiracy and we're just out to get everybody, that's that's out there. You guys are glad to have everybody here tonight and talking about it. Try to be positive. I like the ideas about unity, but we have to actually express the unity. We can't just talk about it. So that was my comments, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to say those things. There's some, I know Damon was here tonight. He looked like he cleaned up a little. It was nice to see him here. Is he still here, Damon? Last time he was here, he came and cussed us out. So there's some progress. At least he didn't cuss us out tonight. But, you know, there's a lot of weird things going on in that man's head. Because I actually told him I was going to help him throw a concert, and then he came in there and cussed us out. Luana, I had a great conversation with you at a meeting recently. It's nice to see you here tonight. These are big ideas because the Developmental Center employs a lot of people. And when we go out and look at creative ways that we can use those resources, and we're talking to the governor's office, there's something there. It's not about the words you used or how someone felt was offensive and it's developmental. It's about doing right for people. And there's a way for us in this community to pull together and do that together. And I appreciate you being here tonight in support of that. Thank you, Luana, for being here. There's a lot of good things going on in our community. It's only been a year and we balanced the budget. We've achieved 30 miles of road. We paved a lot of things in town. We put up some flags. We're trying to celebrate the unity of the spirit. I heard that at the onset of the meeting, the unity of our community, but yet the same folks that say that are less than 1/10 of 1% of this town, like not even a dot, claiming that they represent the whole city. Nonsense. Let's fix this up and start bringing a constructive conversation, ladies and gentlemen, for those that are being so negative. And for those of you that came out to say positive things, thank you for coming out. Really appreciate it. This is where we can express those ideas. This is where we can engage each other and just try to do what's right for our city. And I think our city's on the right track. Our city's making great progress despite the rhetoric that we're hearing in here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor, and great job delivering that. You know, the bill you're talking about as far as electrifying the feed is AB 1436, and it says that municipalities have to electrify the refuse fleets by 2030. That's regulation being pushed down from Sacramento. So just to give clarity to that. And